So as someone that was heartbroken, manipulated, and betrayed, I think the biggest mistake today's society and what most people are doing is they hear manipulation and run as far away as possible from it. They just label the person as a criminal and they just want nothing to do with how they do it and why they do it. And I'm here to tell you that your incompetence in noticing manipulation or understanding how to navigate it is exactly how you end up repeating the same loop, over labeling things that were very clear from the start, and most importantly, not being able to navigate these spaces with an exit plan. In fact, I'd argue and say that most people have lost themselves that is a very good representation of what tends to happen. You're blindly entering a contract where the manipulator keeps extracting whatever it is they need from you until they don't anymore. And you will carry on playing that game until you understand what game they're playing. It's almost like I'm not asking you to become a monster. Like I had to, because after 5 heartbreaks and pretty much the world showing me its true colors, I felt like it was only fair for me to realize and understand these things. However, I still managed to maintain my integrity and the things that I care about, and most importantly, showing love to the people that I love, and have the ability to be ruthless towards the people that deserve my ruthlessness. I'm not encouraging people to have the ability to do that, especially if you don't have the integrity to be able to maintain yourself or your kindness, whatever the case may be. But this is what's happening when you're dealing with a manipulator. They're just running laps on you because you're in their world. They will drain you, they will isolate you, they will make you feel like you're not enough, simply so that they can keep utilizing you to as fuel so they're gonna keep utilizing you as fuel, right? You're in their world, right? Now, this lady explained how the guy was a performative, transparent person. And that's like page 1 of what a manipulator does. They're not going to withhold information from you. They will tell you what you need to hear so that you're going to assume that everything else matches what they've told you. Not because they are initially trying to make it seem as see if they got this evil plan against you. No, a manipulator needs to ensure that you don't catch them at their game. So it is very normal for a manipulator to look normal. So when you're now exposing a manipulator and said he was normal, yeah, that no shit, Sherlock. That's the whole point. They need to make you feel like everything you're doing is a choice that you were happy to make. All they'll do is not withhold truth. They will give you the truth so that you can narrate it in a way that works for you. So example is, the truth of the matter is that the reason why, imagine everyone knew how to manipulate everyone. Unless you're sharp, the world would be a crazy space. So this is for the very few that are interested in and tired in being unaware of how manipulators operate. And how, most importantly, their main engine is okay. So your self-trust is down here, where it's supposed to be is up here. So how do you build your self-trust whilst you're in a relationship with a manipulator? Well, first things first is you understand how to build the whether you're with them or not, because they are not going to tell you that they're manipulating you. Like, I need you to understand that self-trust is what protects you from a manipulator. The only time they can use everything they're doing to your advantage is when they stop you from being able to trust yourself. I was in a cult, leadership in the cult, and I'm not going to state the name of the cult. I need you to understand that I learned these things by living, being a victim, being someone that observed how other people will be victimized. Most importantly, learning about it after I ensured that this isn't something that I wanted or to experience ever again. If your radar is good person, takes care of me, references, like, by the way, this is like the basics. So you haven't even done that, then that's completely on you. So, is this person a good person? Right? What is good? The person is kind to other people. The person is considerate. The manipulator knows. So please understand that your self-trust is your lifeline. If you don't have self-trust, you don't have the ability to trust your intuition. If you don't understand where your self-trust has started to leak, your self-trust tank is pretty much your ability to have conviction, your ability to have passion, your ability to walk away from situations that don't serve you. Most importantly, the antidote or the kryptonite that manipulators fear. They do not like people that cannot be manipulated. They work harder for them. Why? Because it simply states the fact that you're going to question anything that doesn't align with what you know you want to achieve. The reason why I was able to walk away from the is self-trust. Right? I grew up in a home where my dad always encouraged me to think for myself. So despite me being deep in, when I realized that there were certain things that did not align with what I wanted to achieve and who I believed I was as a person, I was able to walk, call it a day and say, no, this is not me. Okay? And some of you may look at, how can you get manipulated? Manipulators attract smart people that have low times when it comes to self-trust. Because number one, they're not attracted to dumb people. Not because dumb people are not easy to manipulate. No, it's because there's no intellectual achievement to it. They have to recognize you're someone that has some sort of sense. However, the only way they can grab hold on to you is if there's a gap when it comes to your self-trust. So your self-trust is key. This is why understanding what is causing it to eradicate or lose itself or get you to become anxious all of a sudden is critical, because some of the tactics they will use is isolation. I'll give you some examples. A lot of it is so a lot of the tactics when it comes to manipulation are simply based on being able to maneuver this, right? Being able to manipulate. The moment they can manipulate your self-trust, they've got you dead to rights. As in, there is nothing you can do. You could watch them doing the wrong thing, but because they've got you in the space where you can't even trust your decision, you're done. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what they do. You're just desperate and gasping for the ability to be able to breathe again. And they have created a scenario where this illusion has made you feel like the only person that can help you get through this space is them, because they've isolated you, right? And the problem is, like I was saying earlier, if you're hoping that these boxes is how you filter people, you're done for. Because all they have to do is show you that they're a good person, that they take care of others, and that there's references, people that trust them. Once they've got that, then they can start their act. They'll say, yeah, my sister and my wife get along just fine. Sometimes they will lie about their references. But because of how comfortable they make you feel, you don't even question it. Because you're assuming that that's a person's a normal person. I'm not saying you should go around assuming that everyone's a manipulator. But I'm saying that you should 100% have the self trust. The easiest way for you to be able to spot a manipulator is by you noticing how they react to how you disagree with them. The disagreement exposes that they cannot get what they want out of the situation, which, unless they're really sharp and really, how do I say it? What's the word I'm looking for? Really sharp and really, unless they're really sharp or well experienced in overcoming that situation, they will expose themselves. Because a lot of times manipulators are just kids that never grow up. A lot of us like to look at them as criminals, evil people. They're smart little children that never grew up. So they'll play maneuvers just to get what they want. So they'll pull you, they'll make you feel like you're not enough, because they know that those things pull you in. Another thing that manipulators will do is they will allow you to question who you are. And if you don't have clarity in that, if you're scared to stand alone, you lose. The moment you outsource your stability to someone that is a good person, takes care of you, and has references, you may as well have not done a reference check. You don't have a filter. You don't have a way to filter people. So you need to sharpen your filter in a way that doesn't completely eradicate anyone from coming in, but also filters the people that simply don't align with what you want to build. And that is the easiest way for you to, I guess, keep yourself safe from a manipulator without necessarily becoming one. You build based on what you want, and you're relentless and ruthless about getting there. Whether they like you or not, that's what you're going to build, and you stay fair. You stay honest about it from the very start. This is why whenever I speak to guys, I say to them straight. And there's this thing where, especially women, if you're not careful as a guy, they will utilize emotional manipulation, such a thing like, I'm going to unalive myself if you don't do as I say. And now they're now manipulating guilt, for you to get what they want. And I need you to understand that if you don't understand how to navigate that space, you're going to keep getting yourself in trouble. So I'm saying to you that understanding how to navigate manipulators is a skill worth paying millions for. Why? Because by the time you spot them and you understand how to protect your self-trust and keep it at a high level at all times, because you've understood the structure of what it takes to maintain that, I'm telling you, you become bulletproof. Not because they're immune, you become immune. No, it's because you know how they come and you know what to protect in order for them not to get to you. Alright? So if you need help in understanding this, you're in a situation where you feel like you may be manipulated and you want to understand how to rebuild your self-trust, book a call in the bio, or keep watching these freaking videos, or buy the book, and I'll show you exactly how I rebuilt my self-trust after coming out of a call, and I rebuilt myself into who I am today. Okay? I understand that it's a precarious situation, it's a difficult situation to be in, but just like you got yourself in, you can get yourself out.